The coral reef is home to an abundance of life. But within this home, there are fish that lay claim to a particular part of it and will defend it with their lives if necessary. The goby and pistol shrimp have a mutual relationship from which both animals benefit. The shrimp tirelessly builds and maintains a burrow that both animals live in, whilst the goby acts as chaperone, keeping a continuous vigil for any threats. The shrimp are almost entirely blind and rely on the goby's signals to either advance in safety or withdraw to safety. If danger continues to approach, the goby itself will dart into the burrow with a C-bend of its body. This passive defensive behaviour is taken on more proactively by the clownfish, another fish with a symbiotic relationship, this time with an anemone. Only 1% of anemone species coexist with clownfish, and only select parents are compatible, yet are highly dependent on each other for survival. Although it is a predator, with stinging hooked tentacles, the anemone has evolved to be a safe haven for its resident clownfish, who are born with a particularly thick mucus layer that through regular contact mixes with that of the anemones to create a stronger barrier. In return, and in apparent paradoxical behaviour to having this protection, clownfish will leave their sanctuary to either carry out patrols or to swim out and face off with intruders, seemingly unperturbed by any differences in size. Even divers are regularly approached in this manner. Whilst clownfish will stick to their single anemone, damselfish lay claim to much larger tracts of coral real estate. Even though these fish are small, dusky damselfish are well known for their ferocious and territorial behaviour and can own an area of up to 16 feet across. The territory usually includes feeding and spawning sites and a shelter for protection from predators. A damselfish defends its territory against fish that compete for similar environments, such as butterfly fish and surgeonfish, even if they are much larger, but generally ignores less competitive species like bass and groupers. Damselfish stay close to the coral reef, often darting into dark crevices to hide from predators. They have no problem taking on even the most combative of guardians, the Titan triggerfish. From a combination of their size, their bite, their fearlessness, and outright defensive aggressiveness, Titans have developed a particular notoriety for their territorial behaviour. Titans exercise a strikingly aggressive defence of their territory, which is particularly passionate during nesting. Luckier divers return with holes in their fins, whilst others have been knocked out cold or suffered bite wounds. Titans have a comparatively small yet powerful mouth, containing large chisel-like teeth. They have distinctly destructive feeding habits, turning over rocks, biting off pieces of coral, and stirring up sand in search of food. Males and females both guard the nest and will charge at anything entering their territory. The first dorsal fin, when triggered into an upright position, should be considered the initial warning that attacks are imminent if you don't vacate the space or territory. Each Titan even seems to consider itself its own territory, and can be aggressive wherever you come across them if you get too close. Not only surviving the coral reef, but successfully defending a home and future generations amongst such huge numbers of fish is a continual challenge taken on throughout each and every day by these courageous fish. Home for them is where a very big heart